Peter Bradford, who served on the Nuclear Regulatory Commission during the TMI accident, said, "Trying to solve global warming by building nuclear power plants is like trying to solve global hunger by serving everyone caviar." I'm a nuclear engineer. I was a reactor physics instructor and directed nuclear power plant decommissioning, nuclear fuel rack design and construction. I bought into this technology and these nuclear power myths until I saw every safety system fail and witnessed a triple meltdown at Fukushima Daiichi. Nuclear power is not safe. It does kill people. It can be replaced with renewables, and it's too expensive to make a meaningful contribution to our world. I'm Arnie Gunderson. I'll keep you informed.
Next, radiation, tainted soil, buildings left exposed to the elements. Areas within the evacuation zone of Japan's Fukushima prefecture face countless challenges in trying to reestablish themselves. People who lived in places where the contamination is relatively low are hoping to return within a few years. But they now face another impediment. While they've been gone, hybrids of wild boars and domestic pigs have been moving in.
Former residents of Tomioka have been cleared to spend the daylight hours in their town. But they've got company. Hybrid pigs roam freely throughout the area. Unlike wild boars, they are not wary of humans. They don't run away even if people approach them. That also means they're not shy about making themselves at home. This man has been returning to his home from time to time in hopes of eventually...
Despite this recognition, few, if any, medical schools teach its students about this organ, resulting that most doctors do not know about it, leaving it up to journalists and Google to filter what people learn and know. It's quite common that certain body parts in women are believed not to be functioning well or even non-existent. To illustrate, women's brains were believed to be unable to think properly until 1893, when the first country in the world, New Zealand, gave women the right to vote. Since 1920, women are allowed to graduate from Oxford University, until 1971, when Switzerland allowed women to stand in office. So it's only since 4 decades ago that it became widely accepted that women actually have some brain power up in here. Women were unable to orgasm until the sexual revolution in the 1960s. It's really quite common for people to believe that the female body is less capable than that of men's. So part of the reason why I have started Intimacy.rocks is to inform you about the capabilities of the female.
The vehicle keeps moving, but when the helicopter rises, it doesn't move with it. I hope you realize what this means. It means that if you open the door and leap from a moving express train, you'll be instantly motionless. You face nothing worse than a simple drop of a few feet to the ground. So why didn't David Adams simply jump down a couple of feet and walk away from this train instead of pretending he's got some sort of forward momentum and doing a dramatic roll in the sand? Obviously, just showing off.
I don't think that was the smartest move in the world. Jumping off trains I don't recommend. Don't know if I actually broken my collarbone, but I've certainly given it a hell of a jar. So we'll just see what happens. But I wouldn't recommend jumping off trains.
On the contrary, if Fernie Boy is right, then there's no danger at all in jumping off a moving train or a moving truck, because as his experiment showed, objects don't have inertia. In fact, there's no point in trains even stopping at stations. Passengers could just leap out whenever they like because they have no forward momentum. It would be no worse than jumping off a log. In fact, Fernie Boy should move to the next logical step of his experimental process and be the first